Welcome to Advanced Objects. So last week we talked about objects and how they're trying to actually make our lives a lot easier because they're just organizing data that you and I have done before. In Advanced Objects, we're adding more features to that to frankly make it easier on us in the long run, but it does require some work, and that's what we're going to start talking about when it comes to, well, not just Advanced Objects, but constructors. Constructors are a shortcut. They're meant to be a shortcut. It's something that you have to actually build first in order for it to get everything done. Here's what I mean by that. So without a constructor, you remember creating probably an employee on setting up, well, frankly, any type of instance that you wanted to do. Well, then we'd have to go back and go ahead and set each one differently if we wanted to do that. And that takes long, and yeah, it's a pain. And we're lazy. So we are going to start building constructors that frankly do all of the work for us, basically in one line. And just like we talked about in objects, the order is important. That 100 means probably test 1. That second 100 probably means test 2. So the order is actually very important when it comes to constructors. And here's one about new employee when we did that a long time ago, probably last week. So we're going to create constructors, and there's different types of constructors as well. There's a default constructor, and I'll explain all these. Complete program defined. So notice there's going to be a lot of constructors. And we use something that we talked about last week called overloading. All these constructors have the same name, but the parameters, what's inside the parentheses for all of them are just slightly different enough so that you can identify what constructor that we're working with. So that's what we're talking about in a lot of things that we're doing today, is trying to actually make things, even though it's a little work ahead of time, easier for you in the long run. Yeah, I'll leave it at that.